Hey everybody, 5thHorseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and we're not going to research anything because, as we have said, the research and development building is empty. However, I just want to show you we've got 95 science from what we did yesterday. I forgot to come back here and show you that, and I like to. However, Jeb's not happy with 95 science. He wants more, and he wants so much more that he has scrapped his plans, and he's going to do something else, and I'm going to show you what he's going to do as we fly this ship here. He's realized that the way science works when he's sitting in his basement, as opposed to back when Kerbal Space Center was actually open, is the way science works now. He's not going to get very much science for Kerbin. He'll get a little bit if he does the materials bay in low orbit instead of in that. But as far as the surface is concerned, he's done, and he can't do any more barometric readings, which these ships all have barometric sensors, so they would be kind of a waste to land them back on that planet. So we're not going to do that. What he's going to do is he's going to send this thing. He's going to send this ship to turn off the cathane grid to Eve. And I have planned an entire Eve trajectory here. If we restore the maneuver nodes, this is the first maneuver node. Then we have another one here to align it, and then we have a third one here, and this third one is going to actually get us into this orbit here, which on the way back around is going to actually meet us up with Eve. So Jeb did that overnight in his room. He did all the scribbly functions and calculations and everything, and he's going to do that. So that's what we're going to do today. The problem being, we might end up with an icon counter. So I'm hitting F5 right now to do a quick save, and we're just going to run this thing forward and see what happens. And we should probably minimize. What do we do? Close the alarm. Let's get this whole thing out of the way. Yeah, I'm very concerned that we're going to end up in Ike's sphere of influence. Yep. In spite of what the thing said, Ike has thrown us from the system. And we are heading out into the middle of nowhere, which is not very good, because we want to slow down, and Ike has sped us up. This is actually worse than what we would have normally. And if you look here, this is just terrible. I mean, we could go to our apoapsis and burn down or something crazy like that. But we're not going to do that. We're going to hit F9. And we're going to burn radially a little bit. To hopefully... I'm just going to keep burning very lightly until this encounter goes away. Probably should have done this as a maneuver node, because obviously it's not working. Yeah, let's just hit F9. We're going to do this as a maneuver node. Okay, so burning radially didn't work. It was crap. So let's see what happens if we burn retrograde. See, we're still getting an icon counter. Yeah, see, we have to burn way retrograde to get an icon counter. Now, can we also burn like this? We can. I think this is what we're gonna have to do. What's our periapsis here? 56. See, I would like as... Whoop. There we go. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my periapsis as close to 50 as possible so that we get the best use of the Olberth effect. See, but we're still... Yeah, I gotta bring it down a little bit. 70. Bring it over this way a little bit. No, that brings it up. Let's bring it up this way a little bit. 45, that's too low. I should be clicking on this so I can see it. 54 seems fine. I'm a little concerned that we're still getting those effects, but let's go ahead and perform this burn now, even though we're not at the maneuver node yet. We'll just burn until we don't have an Ike encounter. Okay, boom. Don't have an Ike encounter. Our periapsis is above 50. We're just going to leave it at that. Let's hit F5 again. Now, of course, we need to replan all of our maneuver nodes, and tell you what, I'll do that with you on here. I haven't done that in a while. We're just going to... Come on, bring up that maneuver node. Sometimes the user interface gets in your way. Okay. So we want to bring that thing down to about Eve, give or take. It looks like I'm burning a little early. So I'm going to change my time here. I'll burn a little late, actually. I'm just bringing my apoapsis to Duna. Which means that'll mean I'm burning at the exact right time. And you'll see that means I can lay off the throttle a little bit. Actually, a lot bit. Let's go and bring it up to 100 here. There we go. But if we set Eve as a target, you will see that... See, this is why I wanted to do it now, because our ascending node is like really close to us. So if we burn normal right now, and I believe we have to burn normal up to make that ascending node go down. We definitely don't want to do 100. If we burn our normal up 2.5, maybe we do want to do 100. 3.2, no, we want to burn it down. 1.9, 1.2, 0.5, let's go. 0.2, I think that's the best I got before, so we're going to assume that's the best we can get now. Maybe do one more. 0.3, yeah. 0.2, and then that gives us this one here. Now what we can do here is, well, we'll tell you what, I don't need to lay the maneuver nodes down one by one anymore. So, let's go back into here. Where's our alarms? Okay, I'm just going to delete both of these alarms, and the one that comes back is the one that's there currently. So now all we got to do is go around and do this maneuver node, and it's a 48-second burn. Shouldn't be a big deal for these engines. Eventually these engines are going to run out of fuel. And there we go. Let's take one last watch of our orbit here. I'm going to hit F5 again because I don't want to have to remake that node. I'm still a little concerned about Duna. Or about Ike, I mean. As long as we stay under it, looks good. Okay. And we're out of power because the sun isn't up yet for any clips. There we go. Duna, you were good to us, but we've got another planet to visit. Okay, our alarm should be going off. I've upgraded Kerbal Alarm Clock. I think. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I did. I think I downloaded the upgrade, but I didn't actually upgrade it because I still have all my alarms. But there's a new version of it that matches 0.23, so that weird thing with the sphere of influence shouldn't screw up. Actually, I can almost guarantee I don't have it because I went through Ike's sphere of influence and it didn't pause the game. Okay, 48 seconds, so I want to be at about 24. Probably, let's go ahead and burn now. 1 second off on a thing like this shouldn't matter that much. Whoa! And actually, while we're here, let's rename the vessel. We got plenty of time. We'll call it 3 Eve Probe Lander. Okay. We're burning away, chasing the blue thing on the nav ball. Got my finger on the X key, ready to go. My left hand is controlling the ship, and my right hand's job is to hit X as soon as we're done with this burn. Oh! Interstellar junk. Whoa! I'm actually going to fix that. I think 3.5 meters per second is possibly worth fixing. Point 2 probably isn't worth fixing, especially because it made me go the other way. But there we go. Our junk is gone. Our probe is much smaller now. We still got 17,000 meters per second. So I'm not concerned about running out of fuel. This was by far the biggest burn we're going to have to do, because we're going to be aerobraking when we get to Eve. But here we go. Here's our orbit. We've got a nice connect here. Let's go ahead and add a maneuver here. -2. Let's just make that 0. Yeah, I'm doing this. I do this until it starts flipping, and then we know that we're really close. There we go. Not a number. That means we're so close to 0 that the game can't even figure out if we're that close to 0 or not. So there we go. Let's see. We're leaving the sphere of influence. This Kerbin Eve window, sadly, doesn't really mean anything to us anymore. This Kerbin Jewel window doesn't really mean anything to us anymore. So the next thing that's going to happen is in 47 days, our... Oh, that's pretty funny. In 47 days, Jeb's 3 Eve probe lander is going to get to this maneuver node. So let's watch the show. And actually, I think this is probably going to be our screenshot. It might be, actually. Let's speed time up a little bit to get a little bit farther away. Whoa, crazy time. That's a possible show thing, but we might wait till we get to Eve to take a picture. Okay, well, let's pump up the volume here. Bye-bye, Duna. Bye-bye, Ike. Sorry we never landed on you. I did consider, in my possibilities, landing this guy on Ike and then sending the rest of this stuff to Eve. The big problem with that... Actually, let's take another screenshot. It's pretty awesome. The big problem with that is... if this guy isn't on the front, one of these guys has to control the ship, and I won't be able to tell which way is forward, because this guy thinks forward is this way, and this guy thinks forward is this way. So it would be a really big pain making these huge maneuvers without being able to even see the maneuver nodes. So I opted against that, we'll just say. Okay, bye-bye. We're eventually going to leave his sphere of influence. There we go. See if we get an alarm for it. We did! Okay, we got 47 days. I'm going to hit F5. Just in case we don't pause for this. Actually, there's no reason to do this. Let's actually go to map mode and watch. Where are we? We are right here. There we go. We're at maximum warp. We're cruising along. If we turn on debris for a second here, you'll see our engine is going with us, basically. That's our engine that we left in debris. I like how the debris is a picture of an engine. It's like, they know. Yeah, and if we knew exactly where it was, we could probably find it. But we don't, so we can't. No bigs. We're coming up on our maneuver node here. This is us. Yeah, it's a 2-second burn, so we got plenty of time to aim at it. And the game is letting us. So yeah, the maneuver node's already there. So let's go ahead and aim at the maneuver node. This is no more wobbles. I don't know what to do when the ship's not wobbling. We've got a good facing on the sun here. Let's go ahead and make it better. Get more solar panels. Not that it really matters. And I doubt we can do a barometry reading here. A barometric reading. Log pressure data. It can't be done right now. See, I think that's scientifically important. that you can't take a barometer reading in space. Yeah, I wish I had thought. I mean, granted, I wish I had known that they were going to change science this way when I built the ship, because I would have put a couple goo canisters on this guy so he can take some goo readings on the road, as it were. It would be kind of nice, actually. It's not a bad idea to bring some on stages that you drop now, to just take a goo reading and then transmit it and then drop the stage, because who cares? Anyway, let's get our time to 0 hour here. And we'll do this little 2-second burn, and we'll do it right now. Why not? There, we should be pretty much equal with them. I want not a number. Oh, I missed the not a number. Oh well. I'm sure we'll live. Okay, now we want to make a maneuver node right after this, because this maneuver node here is going to see how our closest approach is coming down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Craziness just occurred. Tell you what, let me use the precise node here. We'll do it in tens. Gotta go minus. There's our encounter. Where's Eve? Where is Eve on this crazy trip here? There it is. And I keep not using tab for some reason. And wow, that's pretty much perfect. Because we want to come in and arrow brake. Yeah, this is our Eve entry, and we're going the right direction and everything. We're just going to do this burn. That's about the best thing that could have ever happened. There you go. And we're burning directly at the sun from our perspective now, or away from the sun from our perspective now. We've got 16 days before that. Let's go ahead and hit F5 to save, just in case our thing doesn't slow us down. Let's go into free mode so that so the sun stays on the screen. Kind of crazy that we have no electric charge, when I'm pretty sure we have things in the sun the whole time. Okay, we're a day away. Yep, we're slowing down. Good. Yeah, there must be certain very specific times when nothing's in the sun, but I don't think that's possible. Let's close the alarm and unpause. We got basically a minute-long burn, so we're going to start at 30 seconds. Ooh, that's a cool shot. Let's rotate this guy. Actually, it's nicer when it's a little bit farther away, I found in the screenshots. Okay, let's crank up time here to 30 seconds away and just start our burn. Yeah, we have so much fuel. Not even using nuclear rockets, and we went to 2 planets with this guy. I mean, I could understand taking nuclear rockets, like not going to Duna or something like that, landing on Duna. But for your standard planets, you don't need nuclear rockets. Okay, and cut it, and 0.4, 0.1. That's definitely good enough. Okay. Yeah, and that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We can tweak it once we enter Eve's sphere of influence. So good job. Let's go ahead and we've got to zoom out a little bit to find our maneuver node here. There it is. Deleted. Okay, now we have an entire orbit before we get to there, and we've got a maneuver node for our Driloho Tudamoho ship, which is pretty awesome. And then we have our Dre transfer window before anything happens. And that's all before the Joule probe lander. We haven't even gotten to Joule yet. So let me see, and then the Eve stuff isn't happening until well after all that. So you know what? I think I'm going to do this Driloho burn here. Let's jump to ship and restore maneuver node. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to bid you adieu, and we're gonna do the rest of this stuff in another episode, because I wanted the jewel stuff to at least, I mean, the jewel stuff's probably going to take multiple episodes just because there's 5 moons to land on, and I have to get in the system and all that stuff. So this guy here, let's aim him at his maneuver node. These guys are very spry for how squat they are, but what are you going to do? And do they have any instruments on them besides... No, all I brought, and I think I remember at the time thinking, I'm not going to bother with anything else. I might not have had anything else. But yeah, all I have is the goo container and the science bay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys as close as possible to the thing. And all these batteries that are completely useless, because once I transmit this stuff, they're dead. And all these solar panels, this is all over-engineered for the way science works now. But I'm going to get these guys in the closest flyby I possibly can. That's still safe. And right at that closest flyby, does one work on these guys? No, one does this. That is really cool looking. Let's go ahead and hit one again before our energy goes down, although it would take for frickin' ever. Does 2 do the science? Yeah, 2 does the science, but I'm going to discard these. Because I can do that kind of science anytime I want. Well, not anytime I want. As soon as I can fly ships again, I can do that kind of science anytime I want. So we're aimed at our maneuver node. What does our maneuver node do for us? And where exactly is it? Oh, it's 48 days away. This is the guy going to Moho. He's doing this maneuver node here so that he can get an encounter with Moho. That's what this is. So let's look at Moho. And see, yeah, see with Moho, yeah, this maneuver node will get us a really close encounter, which is exactly what we want. And we're just going to fly by, take the readings right here, and then transmit them. And we don't even need to transmit them quickly anymore, because as long as we take them, we're good to go. So, yeah, and this has got to be a low Moho encounter. So, let's fast forward. No sense waiting. I'll tell you what, I'll skip till we actually get to the maneuver node. There's no sense you waiting for this.